YouTube, what's shaking with you, baby? Welcome to Mo's Notes. I'm your host, Mose. Today, we're on another episode of the checkup series where we check up and check in with all 32 teams in the NFL, seeing where they at roster-wise, who they added, who they lost, what their projected starting lineup is for week 1. And today, we head to Lambeau. I don't have one to put on, but for the next couple minutes, I'll be a cheesehead. We'll be talking about these Green Bay Packers. Now, week 3, we're enemies. They come to San Francisco for our home opener, which I want to be at, but unfortunately, I will not be able to attend the home opener in San Fran this year. You guys will find out why not this week. Announcement coming out this week why I can't be there. But I want to be there. And we would be enemies that day. But today we're not enemies right now. We're just going to go over kind of state of the franchise and see where they're at. So let's take a look at some of the players they lost. Left guard Lane Taylor. I think that's going to be a big loss for them. Even bigger than that is center Corey Linsley. His solid play on the offensive line, his rapport with Aaron Rodgers. I think that's going to be a big loss, at least in the beginning of the season, until Aaron and his new center can get more acclimated with game time situations. Running back Jamal Williams, understandable. It looks like that running back room is getting a little bit crowded. Linebacker Christian Kirksey and right tackle Rick Wagner. So as you see, they lost 3 pieces on that offensive line. So that might cause some issues. Let's take a look at who they added. It really didn't add much. As far as like free agents from other teams, really only 3 notable names. Wide receiver Randall Cobb actually wasn't a free agent. The Packers made a trade. I think this was just a let's make Aaron happy, please, and get him something that he likes. Obviously, he's been begging for another receiver. The Packers were in love with Brandon Ayuk 2 years ago, and then the 49ers traded up to get Brandon Ayuk, so that kind of messed their plans up. And I think that's when they drafted Jordan Love, I believe. Instead of getting the receiver they wanted, they got Jordan Love, which threw a lot of stuff off in that organization. And then this year, they wanted a receiver again. And the receiver that they wanted, I think, was gone and taken by somebody else. I think they wanted Rashad Bateman. I could be mixing up stories, but Aaron is looking for another receiver opposite Devontae Adams. And the Packers just don't seem to be able to get him one. So, as kind of like an olive branch, they went out and made a trade to bring back Randall Cobb, somebody he's familiar with. So, if Aaron likes it, and if Cobb is still healthy and can play, I think that'll be a benefit. They add right tackle Dennis Kelly for depth on that offensive line. They add linebacker Devondre Campbell coming over from Atlanta. And then they add cornerback Eric Stokes in the draft. I mean, not a lot that moves the needle with who they lost or who they added. I think the biggest name is Corey Linsley and Rick Wagner. Solid contributors on the offensive line. Again, Stokes is a decent add, but right now he figures to be their third corner. Linebacker for linebacker. Campbell is okay, but I don't know if he moves the needle that much within your linebacking group. So let's take a look at the lineups and see where we're at. We'll start with the reigning MVP, Aaron Rodgers, at quarterback. Aaron Jones starting running back, no change there. David Bakhtiari and Elston Jenkins on our left side, at left tackle and left guard respectively. Don't have a problem with this side of the line. We know that this side of the line is well taken care of. Aaron Rodgers, no issues with the left side. Once we get to the center and to the right of him, there we might have some issues. Josh Myers will be starting center. He is a rookie. So that's why I mentioned it may take a few weeks for them to get acclimated to NFL regular season game time situations. They have to build that rapport. They have to get those volumes of snaps together. And yeah, you have training camp, you have the preseason games. But Aaron didn't take a lot of snaps in the preseason games. And training camp and practice, is rarely 11 on 11 situations. There's some 11 on 11, a lot of 7 on 7. So they just need to build that rapport, especially in game situations, late in the third quarter, late in the fourth quarter. If you're down and you're driving, and making sure that any adjustments are communicated to the line, and the center is communicating, and all of that stuff. A rapport needs to be built between a quarterback and his center. And Josh Myers is a rookie. So you have that on top of, being in the NFL and going against NFL defensive linemen, week after week. Not saying that he can't do it, but it is a hurdle that they need to overcome. Right guard, Lucas Patrick. Right tackle, Billy Turner. We're going to have to see if they're going to be able to hold up and provide the necessary protection Rodgers is going to need in this offense. If there is a weak spot in this offensive line, it's that center and right side. We'll have to keep an eye on their progress starting week 1 and throughout the season. At tight end, we have Robert Tyan. He's been really consistent at the tight end position over the last few seasons. So he's going to slide in as our starting tight end. On the outside, we have Devontae Adams. We already know he's an all-pro. Opposite him, we have Marquez Valdez-Scantling and Randall Cobb. So again, Adams is going to get a bulk of the targets. I think Randall Cobb is going to be Aaron Rodgers' security blanket when he needs a big third down conversion, or the play breaks down, and he needs to, make something happen. I think if Adams isn't open, the guy that he's going to find is Randall Cobb. Moving over to the defensive side of the ball, in this 3-4 alignment, we have Kenny Clark, man in the middle. Very solid nose tackle for a long time, and I see him continuing to do that. Outside of him, we have Kingsley Keke and Dean Lowry. Not world beaters by any means, but I think they just need to be efficient in holding the blocks to allow these guys at the outside linebacker position to do what they do, and that's hunt. And that is the law firm of Smith & Smith, Za'Darius Smith and Preston Smith. If Kingsley Keke and Dean Lowry can hold up and take up space on that against that offensive line, and get those blocks held, then that frees up both Za'Darius and Preston to go hunt the quarterback. Middle linebackers, a newly acquired Devondre Campbell, as we mentioned, and Chris Barnes. Secondary is really, really solid. Jair Alexander as our left corner. Kevin King is our right corner. And then we have our rookie Eric Stokes, who may be vying for that starting position against Kevin King. But I think early on, you'll probably see him a lot in the slot if needed. And then our safeties are really, really solid. Strong safety Adrian Amos and free safety Darnell Savage. We know the Packers are going to be a really, really good team. The Bears are a solid team, but they're always up and down. The Lions, I don't think the Lions are going to be really good this year. New head coach coming in, new schemes. Jared Goff is inconsistent. So I don't think the Lions are going to be really good. Same thing with the Vikings. I know a few Vikings fans, my homie Scott, my cousin Devin, they're really frustrated with what's going on in Minnesota. They're frustrated with the offensive line, frustrated with Kirk Cousins, frustrated with the defense. Vikings have pieces, but they're also very, very inconsistent. If they don't do well this year, Coach Zimmer could be on the hot seat. If not out after this season, it may just need, new fresh blood in the building and a new philosophy and a new energy. But I think this NFC North division is for the Packers to take. So that puts them in the playoffs as a division winner. Do they have enough to go far? I mean, they've gone to the NFC Championship, a few times in the past couple years. So they haven't been able to get over the hump. Is this team set to get over the hump this year? I don't think so. I mean, anything is possible when you have Aaron Rodgers as your cornerback. The defense is solid as long as they can remain healthy. I think the biggest issue for me is right here on this offensive line. Center, right guard, right tackle. Are they going to be able to hold up and keep Aaron Rodgers protected where he's not running for his life? He's able to sit in the pocket and pick teams apart. That's what we're going to need to see. That's going to do it for the checkup with the Green Bay Packers. Thank you so much for taking the time and tuning in with Mo's Nose. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you, Packers fans, football fans alike. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment. What do you think about this Packers offense, this Packers defense? Do you think they'll win the division? Do you think the Vikings, Bears, or Lions will be better than even I anticipate? Drop a comment below. Love interacting with you guys as always. If you want to interact with me on any of my social media accounts, if you want to stay up to date with what's going on with Mo's Nose, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, I'll link the description to all of those social media accounts below. So you can just click on that link, follow me over there, and get plugged in with everything that we got going on here at Mo's Nose. Thank you so very much. If you like the video, hit a thumbs up and do 2 more things after that. I know I'm giving out a lot of instructions, but this is what we need to do to stay engaged. So drop a comment so we can interact. The thumbs up so I can continue to curate content. And then hit the subscribe button. You're already here. You came and watched the video. You might as well be a part of the fam. You might as well become a know-it-all and be a part of the Mo's Nose fam. So hit that subscribe button. And then once you're a part of the fam, you got to get notified when it's family time. When mom makes dinner and it's ready, she don't just put the food on the table and start eating. She call it, hey guys, dinner's ready, and everybody come down. So you got to get notified when new content drops here at Mo's Nose. So hit that bell icon. That's your dinner ready button. When dinner is ready, when new content comes out and is uploaded, you will get notified. So hit that bell icon so you get notified every time new content drops right here at Mo's Nose. Love and appreciate you all, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Y'all be easy.